See this little chair? Welcome back, everybody, to the final episode to be shot in this specific location. Hopefully the only difference you'll notice is some fun new background decorations on the next episode, and maybe some new birds, and maybe some different lighting. Probably not, but every episode's kind of different already as it is, but hopefully I can maybe make a bonus episode of sort of the deconstruction, reconstruction movement, sort of relocation of this whole setup, and break the third wall, fourth wall, whatever it is called. Can you really break a wall if it's never really fully built in the first place? Either way, if you're looking forward to that, let me know. I'll try to throw something together. It's gonna be difficult. I'm not the best at filming these kind of things. It'll certainly be a fun little challenge for me to try out, filming something completely different once again. Always looking to try something new. Let me know. I'm always interested. Anyways, that's not why you're here. You're here for music. Let's get into it. Released in 1999 through Small Man Records, this is Layaway Plan's Force of Habit. A Layaway Plan coming out of Saskatchewan, Canada. Layaway Plan takes charge with their own flavor of familiar styles coming out of that time. Blending flavors from older metal influences with newer skate punk styles of the era. This album shows a lot of promise, but ultimately lacks any deeper lyricism and catchy hooks that are overabundant in that era of just pop, punk, metal, rock that was just super flashy and really prevalent. You guys remember these guys? Let me know. Any Saskatchewanians in my audience? And compliment that fire there on that album. My fire of my own. Down here. Beautiful. Get out of here, mosquitoes. Get out of my... Kicking in the doors. Layaway Plan starts off with the track Wasted. It's a short snapshot of the band's unique flavor of high energy metal punk fusion that gets the whole album started and gets you ready for what you're about to experience, which is a fast, adrenaline-fueled ride of angst-ridden rock. This music's fast and heavy-hitting, and it doesn't slow down with the track East. With prominent machine gun ripping fast drums, this song focuses on the themes of being too young and being told you don't know what you're doing. It ironically pokes fun at making music and being told it's really not a path that is possible to pursue. And unfortunately, these guys had to break up as a band back in 2001, only after releasing their third album and only a couple years after releasing this one. Anarchistic themes prevail, as well as ripping fast punk metal on the track So Far Behind. Another track that talks about taking another path, but in this case they get to come back and put it in the faces of all those who doubted them. But as if it's not 100% sure of itself, the track slows down and the lyrics open up about its insecurities and talks about feeling so far behind, especially if things don't work out in their favor. Shifting gears to a more pop-punky Blink-182 vibe on the track Magnet. It's a short-lived love song that's lyrics kind of leave a bit to be desired, really. The song Improv is by far one of the most interesting songs in the album, with an appropriate chorus about making it up as you go along. The delivery is great as well. It's a little chaotic, the song's super honest, and it even asks for your forgiveness. From here, I guess the album hits a bit of a lull in terms of interesting song structure or interesting lyrics. There's the track Come Back, that's a metal track that speeds up, intensifies, gets in your face, and then it slows down again, and then it speeds up again, and it slows down again. It's well done, it's well performed, but not super gratifying, I guess. And then there's sort of a farewell feeling track, almost party, sing-songy. It's kind of like a goodbye song, but it's in the middle of the album. It's called Hot Wheels, of all names. There's a couple of songs that feel like Enema of the State rejects. That was an album that probably came out right around the same time as this one. And then there's a punk rock homage to rock music called It's Gone, and it wakes you up from the monotony of the last few songs. It really does try to pull at my nostalgic chords quite well, but unfortunately it's just too short-lived, and like the rest of the few tracks here, kind of gets drowned in the background and doesn't have any hooks or grabby little ear bits to keep me interested and really remind me of who Layaway Plan is and what they stand for and what they really leave to imprint in my mind, you know? Give them a listen and let me know what you think, please. Ultimately, they just kind of feel lost amidst the angst of feeling young and kind of out of control. There's Misconception. It's a song about thinking someone doesn't like you and then they do like you and oh great, it's fun. It's kind of got a catchy little instrumental, but besides that it's worth just skipping right over. Because they end this album off super strong with the last two tracks being super memorable and really instrumentally sound. After those sort of surface level, slightly immature, hormone-driven tracks in the middle of this one, these last two closing tracks on this album are a real welcome change. The first one, Taken Time, is recorded very differently than the rest, with the vocals feeling really subdued behind a dense wall of instrumentation. It feels sort of like shouting from inside a closet, like a confrontation that's needed to be had but impossible to be had, maybe with a dead relative that caused you harm, like maybe you're a child that needs to confront a parent. It's really intense. Essentially the lyrics are, "Fuck you, Dad, I'm not like you." It's intense. It's a welcome change from that super one-note feeling that I was talking about. And it leads into the closing track, Stereotype. It's a super strong punk rock anthem that's a great way to end this thing off, that ends off with a huge explosion and lyrics that says, "If you don't like it, then you can get bent and die." I'm gonna be honest, I don't love it, and I'm not gonna get bent and die, but there is some cool, definite, interesting flavors here to be had, and it's a cool snapshot into where metal and punk and the whole sound was heading, and maybe just like a direction it could have headed if it had gotten a little bit more of a push. Maybe these guys helped just inspire some other sounds and maybe gave some inspiration here and there to the more popular things that were happening at the time. I think these guys did manage to get some radio play in their area, and they did do some touring across country and some in the States. Some great tracks to the start of this thing, some awesome tracks to close this thing out. They come out swinging, they're rowdy, they're intense, they're pretty tight little band, and finding half-decent metal or punk music at a thrift shop is nigh impossible most of the time, so I'm so glad to find anything here and there. Thanks, Layaway Plan. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, please. Like the video if you made it this far. Comment and share with your Sam Squatchy Wans. Take care, everybody. Hopefully you enjoy me taking this whole thing apart and transporting it to somewhere nearby. Not that nearby, but close enough. See you soon, but not very soon.
It's